Hello, welcome. It's Abidi's Kitchen, and today we're cooking up a quick lunch. It's some tilapia and veggies. For this recipe, you will need some tilapia. I have here 4 fillets. This is about 1.5 pounds. Some sweet pepper, some fine leaf thyme, and I also have here my vegetables that I'll be sauteing to go with my tilapia. I have in here some carrots, some broccoli, some cauliflower, and some asparagus. You could use whatever kind of vegetable you like and what's seasonal. You will also need some seasoning and some olive oil. Now if you don't have olive oil, regular vegetable oil is fine. Now let's get into the preparations. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the fish. Now you could use adobo and sazon to go with the fish, but if you don't have that, salt and black pepper is good enough. Add my sweet pepper and my crushed up fine leaf thyme here. You could use fresh or dried, it doesn't matter. And I've found that sweet pepper goes really well, so when you are making this recipe with the tilapia, please include the sweet pepper. I will be using adobo instead of salt, just a little bit, and some sazon for color. And lastly, onto the fish, I'm going to add some black pepper. You can add as little or as much as you like. Now I will set this aside. I will mix that up shortly. Now a simple base as well. When you're making dishes like these, you want to keep the seasonings the same so the vegetables and the meal comes together really nice. Again, some adobo. You can use salt in this place. You don't have to use this. Now to both the fish and the vegetable, I'll be adding in some olive oil. And if you don't have olive oil, you can just use plain vegetable oil. Just about a tablespoon to each of them. And now I'm going to give the vegetables a toss. If you wanted, you could pop these in the oven and bake them off for 20 minutes and you'll have a good, delicious dinner. So these have been coated nicely in the olive oil and the seasonings here. For the fish, I'm going to use my hands. You want to give it a good mix. And you want to make sure that all of the pieces of fish is coated nicely with the olive oil and seasonings. Now I'm going to let this sit here for just 5 minutes. You don't want this to marinate for too long because the tilapia is such a mild, flavorful fish, so you don't want it to get overpowered. So it's been 5 minutes. These have been marinating here, the vegetables and the fish, and it's time to cook. I have on here 2 large pans with lids. One of it will be used for the vegetable and the other is for the fish. Now I'll be sauteing the vegetables and steaming the fish off here. You want this to come up to heat, and you will not be adding any oil to any of these pans because you already have the olive oil on the vegetables and the fish. So the first thing I'm going to do is add my vegetables. There, that's nice and hot. I'm just going to add a little bit of water here, about 1 tablespoon to get off those seasonings. And that's it. You would not be adding any more liquids to this after that. Now I'm going to cover this and let this steam for about 10 minutes. I want the vegetables to soften up. Now you can cook this how you like. If you want your vegetable half done, well done, mushy, that's your preference. And now over to the fish, the same thing. You want your pan to be on medium to low heat. You don't want to burn these. And I'm going to be adding my pieces of fish, the tilapia. And all of the sweet pepper. Now this is just going to take about 5 to 8 minutes to cook. And again, just a little bit water to get the seasoning off there. And that is sufficient for it to steam. I am going to cover this. So you will know the tilapia are done when the color have changed. They will become cloudy. or they will be easily flaked with a fork. So I have about 3 minutes remaining, and periodically you want to check on your vegetables and you want to give them a little toss and a stir. Now the asparagus and everything is done, but the carrots need to go a little bit more. So I'm going to let it go for the remaining 2 to 3 minutes. Just wanted to show you here that my tilapia is steaming away very nicely in the pan here. It's releasing some of its juices, and it has about 60 seconds more to go before it's done, and this is looking really, really good. My timer just beeped. I'm going to turn the stove off. Now this looks amazing and the smell is great. And here you have it. Some easy, quick, delicious Sunday lunch. Now you could also have this for dinner, and I did also add in there a baked potato that I have with some butter. And I just want to show you how tender these vegetables are, and they were just sauteing there in the olive oil. And the star of the dish is the tilapia, and look at that. Tender, flaking apart really, really nicely. Now this dish is easy, quick, simple. In under 15 minutes you can have a dinner like this to eat, or a healthy lunch. Do try this recipe. All of the ingredients and measurements will be listed in the description box below. Give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and thank you for spending time with us today in Abby's kitchen. Enjoy. Bye bye.